Assalamu alaikum. Haka. Guba.
So welcome His Excellency the Executive Governor, our Right Honorable Amaechi. Please let
I'm here, as you know, because most of you are aware that I'm leading this team. The chairman, our great chairman, has already spoken. My own is to add a bit and also to let our brother, retired Lieutenant General Uratei, to also say a word of truth. I have not much to say, but just to appeal and to say one thing, that Borno is becoming great and greater and greater under the leadership of our able governor. The indication of this have already started manifesting. There is no state out of the 36 states that have 2 senators leading the campaign of the leading candidates. So, Your Excellency, I'm leading that of Amaechi, our leader, our former governor, is leading that of Tinubu, who is our leader. And Amaechi was 2-time DG for the campaign of President Muhammad Buhari. The second time, I was fortunate and honored to be the coordinator for the Northeast. Now, we are at home and the chairman has already taken side. But, so, we have 2-1. The leader is neutral. So that's why I'm begging him to be fair in sharing the delegate. You know, Governor Kashim is our senior and our leader. And the Tinubu is also our leader. And then Chairman Ali Darori is also our leader. So the delegates are now to be shared among us. When you are sharing, this is very important, Your Excellency, because you are the one that is going to share it. Is it Bahagaba? No. Your Excellency, don't already. This is very critical, Jawad, don't we say that? Your Excellency, when you are sharing, give the small ones bigger and give the big one small.
Our guests, Right Honorable Chibusi Rotimi Amaechi is here primarily to get your vote during the primary election that's coming up towards the end of this month. The DG seems he's scared, but you know, we soldiers, we have gone into Sambisa, we have gone into the Alagarno forest, we have no fear for anybody. We will not share, you should not share, Your Excellency, with due respect. Give us 100% the right honorable Rotimi Amaechi. And I will tell you the reasons. Here with us, the man of the moment, who is ready to serve, and he has shown the determination in his exploits, in his experience over the years, as Speaker, as Governor, as Minister. He has led his colleagues, governors, twice. He has also led his colleagues parliamentarians, the chairman of the Parliamentary Association of Nigeria, as also their leader twice. He had that experience, and very importantly, he has remained loyal to President Muhammadu Buhari on 2 occasions, 2015, 2019, as the campaign director general. He delivered President Muhammadu Buhari twice. As he will come to speak by himself, he is here to solicit for your support as an aspirant to clinch the ticket of the APC presidential ticket. You know the history of Borno. We have always gone along with the winning team. Do not follow any other person apart from Amaechi, who is the winner, inshallah.
APC! 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 These people who are very supportive to you, what to do? You go home, right? Most people are not going to River State because they assume that all River delegates will vote for Amaechi. So ordinarily, I should not come there, right? But I'll give you 3 reasons why I should come there. One, as a magician, let me tell you the magic I will do. The magic I will do is to talk to your conscience. Any man who does not have a conscience is not worthy to be alive. But it is that conscience that makes you remember God. It is that conscience that makes you not to go against God. Because if you go against God, you will go to hell. You know that? It is that conscience that makes you not to tell lies. Because if you tell lies, you will go to hell. It is that conscience that makes you to remember somebody who has done good for you, so that you can pay him back, right? And Borno people love Buhari to finish, right? Let me tell you what happened in 2013 or 14. We were not to come here at all, because by our poll, Buhari was doing 98%, 98, and the governor was doing 60, 58, and they got worried. And they say we should come. Not to campaign for Buhari, but to campaign for who? I was DJ of campaign. I didn't want to. My position was no, Borno is dangerous for me, I can't go. If you remember that day, we did eat. There was food. All of us ran away. They brought the food to the airport. There's one picture that's trending with me, a suit. I was wearing suit and tie with Abada. They left me in Abada here in Borno. Just like this one, they left it to me here to Borno. So Borno has the habit of lending me Abada to wear. So we campaign. I don't know how much you remember. Nobody could speak. Even the presidential candidate couldn't speak. You remember? Why couldn't he speak? Let me say that you remember. Okay, you won't know. There was no microphone. Now, what we thought was microphone was Channel's microphone. So as we are talking, people are hearing us. in the whole of Nigeria. We were not hearing ourselves. And people were like, man, you have seen Buhari. All you wanted to do was to see Buhari. That's what they wanted to do. So having realized that all they wanted to do was to see Buhari, I called him and said, our president, just wait them. Let's go, wait them. That's how we can live here. He said, okay. All the rules we set for the former governor, you keep the new one. Don't let anybody come near him, don't let anybody come near the stage, don't let anybody pass the back gate, we come from the back gate, don't let anybody know that we are coming, keep quiet about it. But that will leave it whole everywhere. If you remember, the soldiers were shooting to scare away people. Instead of people running away, they were running towards the gun. You remember? I was so scared. I was in the car. Let me tell you what the president did that day. The president came down from his bulletproof car and gave it to me. And took a car that was not a bulletproof car. I was still scared. Whether bulletproof or not, I was scared. Forget the way Borno is now. Borno has improved. Two of us. It has improved. Very nice to know. Me land here, it can pay for what? If people like, don't pay for me. I would have stayed back in Abuja. But I've seen that Borno has improved. That's why I could come on my own. So we came. And the president waved to reassure you to vote for APC. That's when I began to learn the APC, Dagasama. and we won that election. Buhari won massively, that 8% we talked about, and your governor won also massively. So you see, we took a risk for the sake of your governor, didn't we? Didn't we? One good turn deserves. It's your turn of your governor to vote for us. Now, that one is emotional. The governor can say to her, you are doing your job as DG, but always entitled to receive the presidential candidate during campaign, so that one, I owe you nothing. But let me also now talk to your conscience if he says he owes me nothing. The problem of Nigeria is you and I, you know that when they come and tell you stories, some people will bring money and vote for them. You have forgotten that at the time you are voting and they are giving you money, you are solving a temporary problem, not a permanent problem. You have to choose a candidate that can deliver and change your fortune, that can make you go back to your houses safely. I was telling somebody that in the 70s and 80s, as we were growing up, you could drive from Port Harcourt to Borno, nobody will stop you on the road. Both police, no army, the army was not there on the road at all. If you see anybody at all, it's the police. And the police, if they stop you, you are not afraid to stop. Now, if you see police even on Lagos Road, you are afraid to stop for the police. In the 70s and 80s, life was good. In fact, I preach to politicians, stop deceiving us. If you can't take us forward, take us back to 1970. You know that? 1970 was the period I went to primary school. School fees was minimal. Teachers were qualified. There were teachers. We had good graduates. In the 80s, I was in secondary school. I left university at 87, public school. Now they are not like it used to be. So if they can't move us, if politicians can't move us forward, where should they take us to? They should take us to the 70s. This is the first time that backward is better than forward. Politics has become employment. I hope you know that. When you go out, as we go to campaign, you see people beating drum. You think they are beating drum for you free of charge? Exactly. That's their salary for that day. That's why they are not carrying guns. The people that are carrying guns have no work. If you employ all of them to come and beat drums and you pay them, they will not carry guns. Whoever tells you that Boko Haram is religious, is a religious affiliation, outfit, that person is lying. Are they not killing Muslims? Are they not? Exactly. If all of us in Nigeria were working in Shell, will you have time to kill? Because by 6 a.m. you go to work. By 6 p.m. you are back for work. When you come back for work, you be tired. What do? You will sleep. To get ready for the next morning. In fact, let me tell you what you will do. You will iron your clothes, you will use the next day tonight, because if not, you will go there to work. So the reason why you have very high level of insecurity is the fact that our past leaders have visited us with poverty. When Nigeria had money, what did we do with it? All of you are quiet or shaking your head. That day, time to vote, you will not remember this. You pocket your conscience at the back. If you pursue people with money, where are they? I've been a politician for 30-something years. Unless you invested in 1987, I joined politics because there was no work. That was work. So I know Nigerian politics upside. How many Nigerian politicians can tell you the truth? Many. Well, chance me, but there are few others like me, but very few. I hate to say this because of the cameras that's facing me, but most Nigerian politicians, not all of them, they are good ones. The president is very good. In fact, the president is not a politician at all. I hope you know. You know that. You're not serious. Now, so the president is not. He is not a politician. He will tell you as it is. Governs from his heart and all that. Now, so if you think you have a conscience, when you step out on that day, if they take to vote for anybody except a lie, I'll vote for me. Because when you vote for me, you have transferred that responsibility to partner with others to change the country. Trust me, I don't say what I don't mean. I don't say what I don't. I don't know why I should lie to you now. I've been speaker for 8 years. Zulum was my colleague when I was speaker. I've been governor for 8 years. Shettima was my colleague when I was governor. Right? I have been minister for 7 years. What else has God not blessed me for that I should lie to you? God has blessed me that the next thing I'm doing. And let me tell you, for those of you who I was speaker at 34 years. I was governor at 42. And I became minister at 50. Inshallah, I'll be president at 58. See, conscience here to talk about achievements. When you walk to drop your vote, it's between you and your God. Ask yourself, beyond the little money I get from politics, what else have I gotten? We need to get back our primary schools where our children can attend. We need to get back our secondary schools, not to create rich men who don't have factories. Name how many Nigerian rich men that have factories. Politics has become the instrument for making what? So if you have conscience, I leave you your conscience and to Allah. Okay, so let's do that one. It's emotional. Let's now talk about achievement. As speaker, you can ask my colleagues. I was one of the best speakers. For that reason, I was elected chairman of Speakers Forum twice. If I didn't lead my colleagues well, they would not have elected me twice. I know the problem with leading your equals. It's difficult. Because all of you are equal. When the speaker in Borno is as equal as the speaker in Lagos. So to be a leader, you must know that you are first among equals. I became chairman of Governors Forum. People have forgotten that there was 9 o'clock news. Everybody, all Nigerians at least want to wait for 9 o'clock news, including Villa. Then I was chairman. Then the governors must speak. The governors must take a position on all national issues and tell the country and the president where we are heading to. That was when I was chairman. I don't know if you remember that I ran for the second term and that the president was on the other side. He was the 37th governor. President Goodluck joined others to fight me, not to me. I won. You know why I won? I was determined, just like I'm telling you now, to be determined to vote for me when you get to that field. One vote matters. 15 matter. If you are 100, 150, 200 matter, I'm not supporting Senator Dube that says she don't share no votes. For the first time, behave like Amaechi. Once I'm convinced on anything, God knows I'm convinced. If you don't want me to go the way I'm going, convince me the other way around. If you convince me the other way around that I'm wrong and you're right, I will follow you. I'm a good follower. But you must tell me that I'm wrong. That day, between you and your God, tell God, God, I'm going with you. Because on the day that I get before God, there will be no government, no deputy, no president. It's between you and who? And if you lie to God, God will write it for you. So step out that day and vote for me, and I'll wait and see what difference I will make. If I don't make a difference, when next I come here, please don't vote for me. Now, let me tell you the things I want you to check out for those of you who can deal with computer. As governor of Rivers State, I built between 300 to 500 brand new primary schools. Primary school is the responsibility of local government. But because I know that the foundation to education, the education foundation is at the primary school level. The English you speak, whether it is good or bad, starts at the primary school level, not at the secondary school level. I took over primary schools. I built 300 to 500 primary schools. In every village there was one, minimum. They are not 6 classroom blocks, so there are 14 classroom blocks. With an auditorium, with solar power and generator. I declared education free. Let me tell you what I did before I declared education free. I did not declare education free like the other people used to do. No chalk, no uniform, nothing. I don't declare education free. I went, Mr. Headmaster, sir, how many children do you have in school? He gave me the number. How much is their school fees? He gave me the number. Yes, school fees. I paid. You know why? The only way you can say education is free is that you're funding the education to train the children. So having given the man the money, it is from there you maintain the toilet. Oh, we maintain the toilet. But from there you buy chalk, from there you do other things you do to run the school. But we pay salaries and we maintain the facility. But we know that if we need the facility to them, we run it down. So we hire the contractor from that village, not from outside the village, to run and maintain this institution. We pay the salaries of everybody, we train the children on how to play music, and we brought Indians to train the children on computer. In every village, including my village. Not only local government. Okay, so we move from there. I came again to local government, I took away primary health care. Primary health care by the constitution is the responsibility of the local government chairman. I took it away and built in each, not the village, but I some villages. I built 150 health centers that look like hospitals. And I employed 400 doctors. When I came, they had 200 doctors in the university. I employed 400 doctors. It came to 600 total. I bought cars for all the 600 doctors. I bought cars. Why? Nobody states that coaching doctors all over. So I'm sure nobody coach by making life comfortable. I bought ambulance vehicles for all the health centers. I built 3 to 4 new hospitals. I built one inside university. I built a dental center. I built a general hospital that I did have a professor in Port Harcourt. That I did because I know the problem of poverty. I know that the reason why you see crime is because parents can't afford to pay house rent. So if you took away school fees, they can pay house rent. If you took away medical fees, right? Again, free medical care. How? Doctor, any patient that shows that he lives in Rivers State, treat him, bill the Rivers State government. End of month, send the bill to Commissioner for Health. Commissioner for Health, here is the budget to pay the bills every month on the health office. Verify. And they say, don't vote for me if I'm lying. Okay. I dealt with the issue of security. You know what I was saying is, the more you deal with infrastructure, the more you employ workers. When you employ workers, crime will reduce. Once we started this alternative economy, I went to the military. I bought military equipment. General Batai was one of the brigade commander. Abasuyo was the police commissioner. I then bought equipment for the police, army, and all that. Now, start fighting any criminal or anybody who has refused to get employed. See, before the excuses, I don't have employment. I don't have school. I can't go to school. I can't pay my children's school fees. Now I have provided those ones free. If therefore you continue crime, you are a professional criminal. So then the security go after you. That's what we did to reduce crime. That's what we did to reduce insecurity. So I'm the first and only candidate or aspirant on stage that has dealt with a state where there was a security like that. I want to invest in power. 750 megawatts of power. Port Harcourt did only 400. Why is that not right? Port Harcourt with 4 hours? Because federal government said the law that says our distribution is with the federal government of the state. So they refuse us to distribute. And they have poor equipment and distribution level at the federal level. That's why. But we have 750 megawatts of power in River State. You can verify. If you verify it's not true, please don't vote for me. I will say. Don't vote for me. So it's up to you. I decided to take time. I'm being like a politician. Vote for me. I'm a good man and I go home. Doing that, whether I like it or not, you go with your governor, you go with your former governor. But what I'm doing today is to act like a pastor or like a man by preaching to you. I'm not campaigning. I'm doing what? I'm preaching. So that you can have courage. Every day I preach courageous, I preach courageous. See what makes me courageous. What makes me courageous is what I think in my house and I finish, and somebody comes to me and says, I don't agree, do this and do this and this. My conscience told me this is what I'm going to do. So it's up to you and your conscience.
Let me pass and informers use this opportunity to welcome His Excellency, the former Governor of Rivers State, the former Minister of Transportation, the former Speaker of Rivers State, to Borno State, the home of peace. I'm also happy to note that he came with 3 of our sons. One is distinguished Senator Domi, and the other one is also one of my close friends, who has also done very well during his tenure as the Chief of Army State of Borno State and Nigeria at large. We also came along with one of our own, Honorable Drama Hubu, who is our former Speaker of Northern Borno. I don't know why the Borno Central was conspicuously absent in your maybe you have considered this seat to distribute Senator Shettima. Maybe you can't get anything. It's from Borno Central, so nobody can join Borno Central. Indeed, election is coming. To me, power belongs to God. And God gives power to whom He will. It has been my prayers that Nigeria should get a good president. I can't mention the name of any person. Many aspirants come and have gone, many will come. But my prayer is for Almighty Allah to give us the best candidate that can take this nation to a greater height. Wala wali wala akhiru wala zakiru wala batilu wala He knows the hidden, He knows the manifest. Therefore, we are in a very serious problem in Nigeria, whether we like it or not. Very serious problem. But why are we in our problem? Why are we in the problem? The problem is we before and we leaders. Because we abandon the down problem. We abandon the poor people. There's serious corruption in the nation. Unless we address the issues of corruption in Nigeria, we will Nigeria will never get right. Which is very important. So, as Muslims, I also believe we have Christians here. As Christians, we have to pray that Almighty Allah should give us the opportunity to have a good candidate that can deliver dividend of democracy to the good people of Borno State and to the good people of Nigeria in quantum measurable values. Shehu Amaechi has said it all. And I want to affirm to him that the people of Borno State will use their conscience to vote for the candidate that deserves to be voted for. His advice is very important because we have to weigh all options. But again, our leader, General Muhammad Buhari, is also very important in this political equation. We're still waiting for him to say what he wants us to do. We have to think something very important. Now, I told Shehu Amaechi that I have only one ambition in my lifetime, on which to the greatest extent I have achieved. It's for me to see that Borno State has gained its lost glory. I have people of Borno State in my heart. I don't have any other ambition. I'm not begging anybody for the position of Vice President of the Federation. God gives power to whom he likes. When the time comes, nobody can say no. So we welcome him. And there's no way we should deny him. Because Nigeria belongs to all of us. And that was why when I heard he's coming, I directed the party chairman and all our party supporters to give him a rousing welcome. Before I received my senior boss, distinguished Senator Shettima, who's also coming this afternoon. I heard what Senator Dune said. I've listened to him. He said that let me share the box. And when distinguished Senator Shettima comes, we'll enter into our room and then close our rooms and then decide how many votes out of the 341 we shall give to Robert Amaechi. You can still campaign us because he can talk very well. Yes. And also let me tell you one thing that people don't know about distinguished Shettima. He's a nationalist to the core. And whatever that will ensure development of our great nation, whatever that will ensure to address the lingering problem of poverty, the lingering problem of infrastructural deficit, I think he would not hesitate to do so. He believes in one individual in Nigeria. That is his own character. He believes in our own party, whether he belongs to the Amaechi family or not. At the end of the exercise, whoever it might have the candidate, I believe he will walk around the clock with the view to ensure that wins the central government. Thank you very much. And let me use this opportunity to convey my deep appreciation to you, the stakeholders of our great party. To you, the delegates, for giving me the opportunity to work with you. A few years ago, You voted me into power as the governor of Borno State. And I promise to the people of Borno State that inshallah, we shall bring peace to Borno State. Inshallah, we shall develop Borno State. And that has been my cardinal objective. And finally, let me use this opportunity to convey my deep appreciation to President Buhari. He has done something very good to Borno State. The security situation in Borno State before he takes over as the president of the Federation wasn't like this. Gradually, we must convey our deep appreciation to him. The last thing that I want to tell you is that whoever becomes the president of the nation, we, the people of the northeastern Nigeria, we, the people of Borno State, are yearning to see our roads are rehabilitated. Especially as we see roads, railways, from Abuja to Kaduna to Kano, railways from Lagos, via Ibadan to Abuja. We also want to see railways from Hatakot to Maiduguri. We want to see how you can exploit the potentials of the shores of Lake Chad. Recharging the Lake Chad, improving the means of livelihood of the people of the entire Lake Chad, ensuring that the name of Borno State as the traditional hub, commercial hub of West Africa, is maintained and promoted. Above all, exploration of oil, as we have mentioned, is something that we need. But the most important thing that we need is to see how we can completely eradicate or eliminate insurgency in our own region. The northern Borno, the Sambisa forest, are very fertile land, especially areas from Albatori, up to Vaga, up to Gamorga, up to Karabanke, Mate, resuscitation of the Chad basin is very important. Sambisa, you down. These are some of the issues that we want to relate with you, and God has given you the opportunity. But by and large, indeed we are happy to receive you. And you came to us without any rancor. We received you, and we all like you.
I agree with my chairman and leader. The business of governance is too serious for sharing. It's not money. The problem with Nigerian politics is that they always want to share something. They never consider the ordinary woman. So when politicians are asking for votes, because they want to go and share in a video, don't let them share this at all. Let the person, if the other candidates are more serious and better than them, please give them the votes. I am running not because I'm from South-South, not because I'm from South-West, not because I'm from South-East, not because I'm from the North, but because I'm a Nigerian. So if they are better Nigerians, Your Highness, please let's not waste our food. Nigeria has lost too much. Countries that began with us are
discovering building plane. See Brazil, Embraer plane is built in Brazil. I bought one when I was governor. And Nigeria is still struggling to even buy spare parts. I'm not talking about making spare parts. To buy spare parts, there are sometimes you go and you say there's no money to buy spare parts. So the business of governance is serious. If we can't, if I'm not the better candidate, please let's vote for the better candidate. Why I'm here today is to prove that I'm a better candidate. If I don't convince you, Your Highness, please, let's not vote for me. Let's vote for whoever is the better candidate. Others will come and tell you they are older, they are richer. No. I'm 56. I'm not that old, neither am I that young. I'm at the right age to be able to preside over the affairs of my people. You know, people will say, I started too early. Yes, I started too early. Like I said, at 34, I was speaker. At that 34, I was chairman of Speakers Forum. I was chairman of Speakers Forum twice. In fact, Bulama, who is your subject, was with me when he was impeached. And typical of me, I said, let's go to Borno and fight it. He said, no, that Allah appointed, Allah has taken. And I've only religion. Yes, God has appointed, God has taken, but try your love first. God will change you by that push you back. But typical of Muslims, that if God wanted him to stay, he would have stayed. So we left him. But I mentioned because as speaker, I could come to Borno. In fact, this helped me. It's not that people start thinking about coming to Borno. People are afraid to come. Where do we lose it? Well, before you could drive from Port Harcourt to the Delegates, nothing will stop you. In fact, if you stop, it's either you want to use yourself or you want to buy food. You had filling stations to buy fuel. Now, people, you have governors who have commissioners for payment of salary. Have banners. You have commissioners or governors who have special advisors on purchase of fuel. Those things that you should take for granted. Things that when you wake up in the morning, you should go to the filling station, fill your tank, go to work and come back, do this or that. Now, a governor says that part of his achievement is that he has paid salary. My church and the Christians, they say a worker deserves his wages. It's not a thing anybody should claim glory for. Because it's like 9 months pregnancy, you know that 30 days after you pay salary, so the money should have been ready. It's not an achievement. Even before you ran for governorship, you knew that if you were elected as governor or president, that 30 days every month you pay salary. That's an achievement. So things have gone in a way that nobody should share votes. Politicians don't take governance seriously. They see it as a regular thing. Let's go. And they are not the problem. Your Highness, the problem is that we, the followers, nobody asked us, 4 years ago, if you remember, we were here. Governors go, that thing you said that time, did you do it? Nobody asked. Nobody. I've gone around, nobody has asked me any question. I will come, our politicians will come, they will lie, and go. 4 years after, they will come again. And I put people, they're not professional, they will repeat the same lie, not that they are not telling you a new one. If you are telling you a new one, you say, maybe I forgot the good one. They will repeat the same lies that you have heard before, instead of saying, no, hold on. This is your saying, did you say it 4 years ago? It's because people don't call us to account for what we do, what we say, that we repeat those things. So, sir, please don't share the fools. Let the better candidate win. I believe that I'm the better candidate, and let me tell you why I think I'm the better candidate. I was once the governor of River State. Within the period, the Shehu of Borno, by the way, was the chancellor or pro-chancellor of the school when I was a student at the University of Port Harcourt. I left the University of Port Harcourt in 1987. When I became governor, I discovered that there was huge insecurity. People are even lucky you can stay in Meduguri. The insecurity in Port Harcourt was in Port Harcourt, not even the rural areas. So people were rather going to the village to stay than stay in Port Harcourt. They were kidnapping 2-month-old baby. They were shooting and raping women. They were killing soldiers, like they're killing now in Imo State. and I became governor. The first thing we did is to ask ourselves the question, where did we go wrong? And the answer we got is that insecurity is a product of poverty. I remember telling my colleagues then in cabinet, if all of us in Rivers State were working in Shell, there will be no crime. My Lord, Your Highness, because by 6 a.m. you wake up, take your path, go to work. By 6 p.m. you close for work, you come back home. You are too tired to go and rob. You will sleep. When you wake up in the morning, you are going to work. By the time you close at work at 6, you are tired. Even sometimes, there are days as a politician, I come back, I can't eat. I'll be very hungry. But by the time my wife brings food to the room, I have slept off. So the moment you create jobs, the moment you put money in the hands of our people, the crime will be reduced. If anybody tells you, Your Highness, that the insecurity or Boko Haram is a creation of religion, tell the person is lying. If it was religion, when they see Muslims, they'll say, go right. You Christians, poor, poor, poor. They don't care where you come from. They don't care whether you are a royalty. They don't care whether you're a Muslim or you're an animist or you're a Christian. Now, the reason why people go to Boko Haram is they are recruited and they are paid salary. Even crime in Port Harcourt when I was governor. When you successfully kidnap and they pay students from UST who have been employed as kidnappers. Because at the end of the month, they pay them their salary to go and pay school fees. So we had to cut off that source of poverty first. Because it's when you make sure this man, remember that time they used to say, oh no, Nigerians can't commit suicide. No, it's impossible now. Nigerians like life too much. Until they start seeing Nigerians collect 25,000 naira to go and die and kill people. I didn't say 25 million naira, 25,000 naira. I was the governor, I knew that. So the first thing I did in Rivers State was to tackle insecurity. To tackle insecurity, I began to provide primary schools in all the rural areas. We built between 300 to 500 primary schools. We built health centers, about 150 health centers, and employed people. In the course of building those things, we employed people to build those things. We built about 500 rural roads. We put power in place. Then we equipped the military to fight those who don't want to take the employment. Because you see, while we are creating those employment, people are not interested. Because if they kidnap you, I'll give you an example of a boy who was always coming to Secretariat complex where they had House of Assembly to beg money. So I saw him and said, why could you always like to beg money? Okay, go to Bonny and get employed. I called the MD of the company, he was employed. A month after he came back to continue begging. So I asked, why are you here? I'm not working. He said, no sir, what I get from begging is higher than what they are paying me in Bonny. So in that same manner, we knew that even if you created that employment and you didn't enforce the law, the criminals will not go to take the employment unless you show evidence that you will shoot. So once the military became equipped and ready to fight, people left kidnapping. Sir, by the time I left Port Harcourt, kidnapping, militancy had reduced. Militancy, nobody needs to fight for me. I need to fight it because if my oil production is low, my monthly allocation will be low. So I made sure that nobody went near oil. If you got near oil, I will fight you because I need money to be able to develop Rivers State. So tied to insecurity is poverty. So we must fight poverty. We must provide power. Borno, you need to move from Maiduguri to the rural areas. People need to go back to their. You see, in the south, we depend on you people to eat. Food used to come from the north. Now there is scarcity of food because people can't go into their farm. We must create. Look, nobody wants government to feed them. In the rural areas, I don't know about big men. Big men wants money from government. But the poor man wants to be allowed to his farm. He wants to be allowed to his land so that he can farm, sell, and feed himself. That is one thing we will provide. And I had that experience as somebody who had been governor of Rivers State. I have that experience. I'm also aware that the traditional rulers can help us in the rural communities. I'm aware. Because these criminals don't come from heaven. They are Nigerians, they live in the rural areas, they live amongst their people. If given the opportunity to be president of this country, I would approach the National Assembly for us to amend the Constitution and give the traditional rulers a place in the Constitution so that they too can participate in governing the area. That assurance you will see me do, and I will perform it quickly because I need Nigeria to move forward. We can't continue where we are. Anytime you hear, this man is an Hausa man, this man is a Yoruba man, this man is an Igbo man, this man is an Ikore man, they are sharing money, they have disagreed. When they are sharing money and there's no disagreement, you won't know an Hausa man from an Igbo man. In fact, they will exchange dress. You see an Hausa man wearing an Igbo dress, you see an Igbo man wearing an Hausa man dress. If you invite them to mosque, they will come if the money is there to share. They won't know they are Christians or Muslims. They will share the money. When you hear, oh, he doesn't, he's a Muslim, he's a Christian, there's a quarrel to be sharing. If you say it's a lie, drop money here and tell them to come, there's money here. Nobody will know Boko Haram is in Borno. They will arrive in different places because of the money to share. So give us the opportunity to change Nigeria for the better. The president has started the revolution in agriculture. We need to continue it so we can create employment. The problem of Nigerian economy is that we move from agrarian economy to service economy. We left manufacturing, we left industries. It's only when you create manufacturing and industry that people can be employed. So you have a man who has a chicken farm, he produces 1 day old chicken. He doesn't grow the chicken for 3 months to process it. Because if he buys processing machine, he will employ people there. Now, it's only when you buy those things that you can also get study what the equipment is, so you can begin to produce it in Nigeria. Ask yourself this question, Your Highness. Where is our Jokuta steel mill? There is no economy in the world that has grown without steel. Our fathers knew it. They brought a Jokuta steel mill. Halfway, bribe, killed it. Trust me, I will not be lying to you. Why? I believe that I want to go to heaven. I don't want to die a sinner. So I don't need to lie to you. Nigerians know me for one thing, that I say my mind, and I go to sleep peacefully. I will not lie to you. All I want from you is the support to change the fortunes of Nigerians. To be proud to say to you that I could stop. I've been Speaker, Governor, Minister. My name is in the history book of Nigeria as the first Director General that led an opposition party to remove a sitting government. We came here. 2015, 2014, we came here in preparation for that election. So, and I was at the forefront as the DG. Oh, you're a Rivers man, you're a South-South person, how can you be fighting South-South president? I said, no, it's not about South-South, it's about Nigeria. If you check, I was the only person from the South. Nigerians shouldn't forget that. And I wasn't there because I wanted to betray Southerners. It was because Nigeria first has to survive as a country before we can begin to talk whether we're from the South, or we're from the East, or we're from the West. Your Highness, I beg of you, please tell Shettima and Zulum they should vote for me. I'm more qualified. Thank you, Your Highness.
Members of press, Shehu of Borno, my council members, district heads, traditional title holders, traditional rulers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I must begin by expressing my sincere thanks and appreciation to Excellency to pay a visit to us at this hour. In fact, your visit is a clear testimony of your respect to the traditional institution, not only Shehu of Borno, but nationwide. Having said that, in fact, once again, I'm highly honored, considering the caliber of men and women here, especially members of senators, members of House of Representatives, former Chief of Army Staff, former Inspector General of Police, etc. From all indications, these people are men of honor and integrity. Thank you very much for your visit. Your Excellency, Borno has a very long history. Borno is an empire which has been in existence for over 1,200 years without any interruptions. So many things have happened to the people of Borno before, but Borno was never defeated. As rightly said by you, Your Excellency, even this problem of Boko Haram is something new to us. It's completely alien, it's new to us. It was brought to us from elsewhere, not initiated by people of Borno. We have been hearing of Boko Haram just one time we saw them. It's nothing to do with religion, because these people, these criminals, everybody is their target. Whether you are a Muslim, whether you are Christian, they have killed our imams, they have killed our malams, pastors, they have burned mosques, they have burned churches. They have made a lot of distractions. Most of the district heads here sitting represented their fathers and grandfathers. Most of them were killed. Even I, if it is a religion, they cannot target me. On my way coming from mosque, I was targeted by suicide bomber, by Almighty Allah, by the grace of Almighty Allah, I escaped unhurt. So if you look at it, it has nothing to do with religion. Borno is bordering 3 international countries of Niger, Chad, and Cameroon. Our borders are very porous. That's why criminals may come in anytime, do whatever thing they like, and run back. But all the same, it's not time now for me to enumerate history upon history, because you are just coming and you are almost on your way. We have taken much of your time. Your Excellency, if by the grace of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if you come into this power, please consider Borno and do these things to us. One, the issue of this insecurity. Insecurity is our #1 problem. We have 27 local governments in Borno, with 8 traditional rulers, myself plus 7. In case of Borno Emirate, I have 16 local governments out of the 27 local governments, while 11 local governments were left with other 7 emirs. From Borno, let's say Borno Emirate, from Chibok far north, far south to far north bordering Niger, at least you will take 5 to 6 hours by vehicle before reaching one end to another. And this one is only Borno Emirate, not Borno State. Borno is a very large emirate. And we are told that we have oil here. They have started, but because of the insecurity, they just abandoned it. So this oil exploration project is also a major concern for the people of Borno. I want you to look into this and see what you can do to see that we also enjoy the oil exploration as enjoyed by other sister states. The issue of employment is also a major concern for the people of Borno. You can see team youth working here and there, redundant, doing nothing with their certificates. One sees that job creation be one has to be considered. You have to consider the issue of job creation to the people of Borno also, because this is also a major concern. Road network is also another problem. As rightly said by me, we are bordering 3 international countries of Niger, Chad, and Cameroon. The borders are very porous and no road, you see. Electrification is also a major concern. Places like Ngala local government, created as far back as 1976 and up to now, they are not enjoying national grid. It's very disheartening. No roads, because it's a responsibility of federal government to provide roads from one local government to another. But the road is also one of the major issues. The state government is trying within the township, from one local government to another, but the major ones are the responsibility of the federal government. So the governor has tried, and we want you to also see this issue and do something about it. The issue of Chad Basin and rural development is also another area of concern. Chad Basin is a very large rice field, agricultural field. If this project is reactivated, it will create job opportunity to the teeming youth, as well as food production to the state and the nation as well. So we want the government to look into this problem also. So, Your Excellency, these are 1 or 2 things I wanted to say, and I want to also emphasize about this insecurity on the final note, because out of these 27 local governments, some of our local governments are still no-go area, particularly Gudumbari, Uzamala local government. It's one of the no-go areas, still under the occupation of this Boko Haram, and it's located in the Panos. This is their district heads, and most of the district heads are staying here. Only that with the help of the present governor, Professor Zulum, some of them were assisted to stay here and go from time to time and come back. But before then, they have suffered very seriously. They were forced to leave their localities to here. Even some of our areas became victims. Especially Emir of Gwaga was killed, the late Emir of Gwaga, now succeeded by his son. So this Boko Haram, they've done a lot of things. If anybody says that it's a religion, tell him that it's a lie.
Thanks for checking out SYMFONI on YouTube. Please be sure to subscribe and like our videos for updates.